Olúọ̀run ìbà Elédùmarè. Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́, ìbà Olúọ̀run ìbà Elédùmarè. Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́. Ìbà Olúọ̀run ìbà Elédùmarè. Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́, ìbà Olúọ̀run ìbà Elédùmarè. Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí.
All right, as you guys are coming back, coming out, I want you guys to go ahead and share the video on your page. How are you guys doing today? I can spot Grace Chinkoli. How you doing? David Omofonwa. God bless you. Peolua Olamide. Yetunde Adams. God bless you. Thank you very much. Air Force One. Checking in right now. Elizabeth Opeson. God bless you. Please go ahead and share the video on your page. Let's get more people connected at this time.
Ọba tó ní kó lọ, ìyẹn á lọ. Arúgbó ọjọ́ Elédùmarè o. Alágbára nínú àwọn ọ̀run. Ìbà Olúọ̀run ìbà Elédùmarè. Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́. Ìbà Olúọ̀run ìbà Elédùmarè. Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́. Arúgbó ọjọ́ ẹni ayérayé. Mo ṣe bàrẹ̀ ọba mímọ́. Bá mi ṣe Elédùmarè o. Alágbára nínú àwọn ọ̀run. Ní ara mi kúrò lọ́dọ̀ rẹ. Kò sóhun mo lè dá ṣe. Àmọ́ mo lè ṣe ohun gbogbo nínú Kristi.
All right, as you guys are coming in, I want you to go ahead and just share the video on your page. Welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you very much for joining this episode of my show. And like I said to you guys, this morning, this show is going to be a wonderful show by the grace of God. I'm telling you, my guest on the show today is a very, very crazy person. You have not seen crazy yet. All right, you think Pastor Jola is crazy? If you think Pastor Jola is crazy, I'm bringing to you a crazier somebody who won't look at your face. And another thing that is good about her is that she doesn't have pastor behind her name, so there is no limit. I want you guys to go invite your friends, invite everybody all around about you. Let me tell you something, it's gonna be crazy. All right, this is gonna be a roller coaster show tonight by the grace of God. Get your orange juice, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're gonna shark, because let me tell you something. If you get a little tipsy, it's Saturday, you get a little tipsy, something else can happen later tonight. You don't know. That woman to think later after this show, she won't buy a gem. Or that woman knock in it back. By the time she will knock like this, she will just tell you that okay, all the problem and the wahala you've been having, all this while from actually trying to get with your wife is going to end up tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to enjoy every bit of tonight's show by the grace of God. My guest is actually in the house with me right now. I'm going to bring her out later by the grace of God. But I want you guys to do something for me real quick. I don't know, probably it's because of coronavirus you guys are not sharing anymore. Maybe you guys are afraid that if you share a video, it will bring coronavirus to you or something. I don't know. All right, go ahead, hurry up right now and share the video on your page. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming on the show with me. I'm going to bring my guest in right now by the grace of God. Seun Obajolu is going to be right here in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready? Are you guys excited already to come in right this moment with me? All right, let's just take it easy. God bless you. All right, I have Seun Obajolu in the house with me at this time. How are you doing, my sister?
I'm doing well, Pastor Shola. Thank you for having me. How are you doing?
I'm great. Your face they shine, though. Tell us the secret now.
Okay, the secret is, I will tell you guys all later. some good loving.
My God, that's good. That's good, right?
Pastor Shola, but you're trying to spoil my rep, eh? Nobody can be crazier than you now.
No, don't do that. You are the craziest human being I've ever seen in my life. I'm telling you, when they say crazy, you mean bullying.
Thank you for having me, sir.
All right, that's great. How is the weather in Houston, Texas?
Beautiful.
Yes.
I can't trade it. East Coast, I'm done with East Coast.
I was told that you guys are, you opened the economy already. That the business is all over the place. Everybody's working. Churches are open already in Houston, Texas.
Yes, churches opened last week Sunday. Actually.
Last week Sunday.
They still have restrictions. If you're elderly, you cannot come. The kids cannot come. So they're still working with restrictions.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Yes, all sir.
Right. We're still staying. We're still keeping cool at home in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Well, hopefully by next week.
I think you guys had it hit the most actually.
Yeah, because of our population. And all that stuff. So, but we thank God anyway. We are still alive.
Yes, thank God for grace.
I'm going to actually jump on the plane very soon. I'm going to be heading towards Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're expecting you. Yes.
Let me come and feel the heat too. You know what I'm saying?
Houston is not ready. Houston is not ready for Pastor Shola. Oh my God.
If they can be ready for the craziest person in the world, they're ready for you, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have my guest in the house, Seun Obajolu. Seun, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh my God, what is there to say about Seun Obajolu? Well, Seun Obajolu is just herself. I am a nurse, registered nurse by career. I'm a mom. I was married for 18 years, 4 daughters. I'm just someone who found her voice through pain. I always say that. But that pain brought me to my purpose. And since then, I started to be a voice to people that don't have a voice. Talk about issues that nobody wants to talk about. Because in our culture, hypocrisy, we don't talk about things. So I decided to start bringing up those controversial topics that we just believe in sweeping under the carpet. Sex, number one big one. So that's me. I keep it real. I don't mince words. I'm not afraid of anybody. Only God. No fear.
You see what I'm saying? Are you guys feeling the heat already? She's not afraid of anybody. She doesn't fear nobody but God. All right. So there is this situation going on right now in the society.
Yes, sir.
I've been a counselor now for some time, and I see that the major, or maybe I should say one of the major situation affecting a Christian home or the Christian home now is the issue of sex.
Yes, sir.
Number one is either maybe the woman is not getting it at all, probably the man is impotent. Number two, you will never know. You will see fine boys, dressed up in suit with chest and the hands, and they walk out every day, but they're gone. They can't perform again. and the wife is there 2, 3, 4, 5 years, no sex at all. A time will come in their life they feel like, okay, I can't take it anymore, I gotta go, and they can't talk to pastors about it, they can't talk to anybody about it. Number two is maybe the guy is still okay, but it's actually 2 seconds noodle. The only thing he will just come in, jump on his wife, 2, 3, 4, 5, bang, 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 roll off, start snoring, and the woman is just right there in pain. And, there's nobody to talk to about this stuff. But I made myself available for them to talk to anyway. So they come to me, they share it with me, this is what's going on, and all that. So, I want to just open you up. I'm going to open you up. I'm going to go behind the scene right this moment. I want you to see for real, because I want to enjoy the show myself. So I want you to just open up like a tap. You know what I'm saying? Open up like a tap and eat us with the sledgehammer. Let's do it, man.
Let's talk about it. Thank you, Pastor Shola. This is actually one of my most passionate topics. I started talking about sex because, a lot of people, like you said, a lot of women are suffering. A lot of men are suffering because, yes, it's not only women that are going through it. But let's start with the foundation and let's start with what went wrong. You see, our parents, the way we're raised to be afraid of sex. We look at sex as a sin. Fine, it's great when we're growing up. It kind of kept us, controlled and not doing the wrong things. And, but what happened is when we were now probably heading on to life, to marriage, nobody forgot to turn off that switch that sex is supposed to be enjoyed. And like many women who are listening to me right now, I was one of those women. Like, oh my God, sex is only for having babies. Sex is never to be enjoyed. Are you talking about sex in the public? But unfortunately, we don't know. Many of us don't know the secrets. We don't know that orgasm. Oh my God, orgasm is beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful gifts that God gave us. Jeez. But if I ask many women now who are listening to me, they probably will tell me they've never had an orgasm before. Yeah, for many reasons. Let's talk about that for one quick second. What are some reasons a woman has not experienced orgasm before? Yes, sadly, most of us were circumcised by our parents because they were trying to curb that immoral side of us. Yes, if you really look at it, the clitoris is one of the most sensitive organs of a woman's body. It has like thousands more nerve endings than a man's penis. Man, any man listen to me right now, you said that your wife's clitoris that you always avoid, nah, don't avoid it anymore. So yes, what our mothers did back then was they went and snipped part of the clitoris just to be able to reduce some of our nerve endings so that we don't feel, horny. And a lot of women were affected by that. But I have good news for you though. The clitoris is not a small organ. You see, the clitoris is supposedly that very tiny part on the top of the vagina, but no, it actually extends inside. So yes, even if your wife was circumcised, there's a chance that if you pay good attention to foreplay and get her to be aroused, she can actually experience orgasm. But guess what? A lot of Nigerian men are aroused. Pastor Shola, can I go there?
Go anywhere you want to go. You see, I'm actually cooling down at the back of the scene right now, just shaking my head. Like, yay!
Yay! A lot of our Nigerian men, unfortunately, with all due respect, you guys don't know how to take your time with your wives. Yeah. You're 2 minutes, you just want to go in, one bam. The only times you guys even show any kind of love is when you want to fuck her for that night for 1 second that you want to do. Excuse my French, Pastor Shola.
No, I'm going to the back.
I'm not doing any of those there. I know there are Christians on here. You guys want me to say it's holy baptism. What do we call that?
So all of us on this show, we are Malians. Yeah. We are Malians on this show. We understand your language. We get your flow. Flow with us. Tell us what we need to know. Give us the language, all right?
I just want to be sure. Sir.
Don't worry, I'm Malians on this show.
Okay. Because me, for instance, I'm not going to talk about we having fellowship, all of that. Fellowship is what I'm doing in my bedroom is no fellowship.
I know that.
I want to get freaky with my man. Yeah. And you should be able to get freaky also. So yes, some of you men don't know how to take your time. Some of you men are not romantic. Let's talk about your woman and how to get her aroused. Do you know that a woman is more emotional than physical? You men are more, you're visual. But women, we like to be made love to from the morning. right? So it's not a thing about Mama Risi, yeah, Buki, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I want to give you some 2 minutes and you go in and you're
Your
out.
D-bomb, move it down,
Sorry, but no. And then when you're done, give us your 2 minutes and you're done. Jesus Christ. You know, for 2 minutes, shit. What do we use? What is 2 minutes for? 2 minutes cannot even do nothing. You're supposed to pay attention to her from the morning, tell her she's beautiful. You know, the whole week you're already, serenading her, buying her gifts, making love to her from the beginning of the day. So that by the time you're even ready to start going, she's already wet. But guess what? Nigerian men, African men, we don't take time. We don't take our times. So yes, talking about that, that's one of the reasons women do not experience orgasm. We're actually, many of us were told sex is a sin, and many of us were circumcised. But I've got good news for you in case you're listening to me. Like I said, the clitoris is a big organ. If you cannot achieve clitoral orgasm, you can achieve what we call the G-spot orgasm. We'll talk about that, another time. I don't think I can go too much in details into that. All right, so something sad going on with Nigeria, with men, younger men. Pastor Shola just mentioned it. We are finding a lot of more men are actually not they're having erectile dysfunction. We talk about 2 minutes noodles a lot, but 2 minutes noodles has different reasons. Some of us feel like, it's just the orientation of some of our men, which is true. Some men are very selfish. They just care mostly about themselves. We will talk about oral sex in a little bit. Okay, I'm not one of those that's gonna say, "Oh, I cannot use my mouth to do anything." The mouth I used to praise God. I can't use your mouth. You're supposed to go anywhere on your wife's body or your husband's body.
So don't mind them. Don't mind them. They use their mouth to do all manners of things.
Okay, because there's some people they'll tell me, "By Sister Sheon, how can I put my mouth? The mouth I use in praising God." No, God does not care what you use your mouth to do in the bedroom. But yes, let's talk about erectile dysfunction. More and more younger guys are actually experiencing erectile dysfunction. Why? Because there's been an increase in comorbidities, all these chronic illnesses that we're finding, diabetes, high blood pressure, and that's affecting your erection. You might be listening to me today. Yes, it's something men don't talk about it because of the ego. What I find is instead of communicating with with their wives to let them know what the problem is, they rather rough it and just say, no, I'm tired. But honestly, they might actually be having erectile dysfunction because maybe they have high blood pressure they don't know about. They might have diabetes that they don't know about. Unfortunately, some high blood pressure medication actually affects your erection. But guess what? Your doctors already know that will happen. If you don't mention it to your doctor, they cannot know. So if you are taking blood pressure medicine, you notice that your penis, your dick is not rising like it should, say something. It's important. Don't just ignore it. So yes, another reason might be hormone, testosterone, because a lot of men gain weight in their stomach. Let me say this now. Because Africans generally, when a sign of good living is the big stomach, guess what? It takes away part of your erection. You know why? Because of the fat storage, your testosterone cannot really function, and your testosterone is the hormone that's responsible for giving you an erection. So if you have a decrease in that, what do you need to do? Increased exercise can actually help you boost your testosterone level and actually help with your erection. So if you have a big stomach, it might be one of the reasons, actually. It doesn't only affect positioning in bed, but actually can affect your testosterone level that would affect your erection. So that's something you want to talk about. You want to really address the medical side of it, because Pastor Shola, that's one part that we ignore as Africans. We ignore the medical side of it because everything is all spiritual.
Yeah.
No offense to pastors who are listening to me or spiritual people, but everything should not be spiritual. God gave us the knowledge for us to be able to look in towards that side. And if you need health care help, please seek it. Then we can now assist with prayers. But again, a lot of us don't. We just ignore and just say, when some of your wives tell you they're not satisfied in bed, you start calling them all kinds of names. Shewo,
You're a nympho.
You're a nymphomaniac, exactly. But sadly, Pastor Shola, let me surprise you. Women, the older we get, the more our libido increases.
I know. Come and ask me.
I like it. Yes. I don't know why God did it that way.
God is wicked. God is very wicked.
Do we blame God for that? We can't that God has designs, right?
Yeah.
You know, and for many of you that call your wives nymphomaniac, let me surprise you today. There's a particular time of the month that the body is already programmed as the woman to actually reproduce. And during that time, we increase our egg production and our bodies naturally want to make love. That's when you wonder, Harami Shibako, my body is doing me somehow.
How I
It's
mean say this. What
yes,
is this?
so whether single, whether married, you know, this is where I get really practical. Whether single, whether married, you're going to have that time of the month when you're going to experience it, and your body is going to go through that biological phase, and you're going to be horny. Is normal.
It's normal.
You know, which is what always brings me to the part of, okay, so what do we tell elderly or older single men and women who find themselves single? I was just going to say, pray off that feeling. But Pastor Shah, I don't know if I'm going to say, this is where I say, okay, get yourself a sex toy rather than be a slave to your horniness.
Yay! I got to go to the backyard.
Yes, Pastor Shah, please resign for a second. Let me talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about sex toys.
Okay.
For a long time, I believe in sex toys. What do sex toys do? Sex toys are not supposed to be a threat to our bedrooms. They're supposed to be an added accessory. I know a lot of African men, Nigerian men do not like sex toys because they look at it as competition. But come on now, when you're not giving your wife what she needs, please bring something that can help you. I'm not saying...
I don't want anything to help me. I can do my job.
Pastor Shola, God bless you. You are doing your job. But do you know how many men cannot and are not?
I know, right? I know.
Some men cannot even control that 2 minutes. They got 2 minutes, they're in, they're out. But you cannot leave your woman high and dry and just expect her. Let me tell you something. When a woman is already aroused and cannot orgasm, she has headaches. Did you guys know that? She has headaches. She's very cranky. But when you have something in the bedroom to assist you, bring that. Use that during your foreplay. Use that during the 30-20 minutes for foreplay. Let her orgasm 2-3 times. And you can do it and do your 2-minute noodle and be done. Everybody's happy. No, seriously, Pastor Shola. Everybody's happy.
I'm just laughing. I'm enjoying the stuff. I'm looking at our brother right now. The brother is like, you never can tell him.
Benny, yes, it should not be a threat. It should be something both of you can use together. My husband, at the time when he used to see the sex toys, he would go and throw it away. When he throws it away, I'll buy another one.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Till he finally, oh my God, I just dropped my earpiece. Okay,
Don't drop your earpiece.
You know, till he finally got the message that, okay, you know what, this actually helps, because this man was not always around sometimes. Sometimes he's gone for 4 months. I need it.
And Mommy G all need to be, you know what I'm saying? The services is needed.
Pastor Shola, if you have a wife who is overwhelmed with not being able to release, she's gonna be cranky. She's not gonna be happy. If you have a woman who is orgasming a lot of time, who you're taking care of sexually,
you'll be the happiest woman in the world. Yeah. That's why you see a whole lot of mommy pastors. Or mommy pastors, they are very cranky. You say, glory to God, glory to God. I say, mommy, you know, they take it easy. Glory to God, easy for you.
Get cranky, Pastor Shola, because the pastors are spending more time praying for other homes and marriage and not taking care of mommy pastor. Yeah. So all my pastors in the house, please, your wives too are women. No, they need it. They also are horny. You know, women. Women are horny. You know, so yes, sex toys should be an accessory to the bedroom. It should never be looked at as a threat. By the way, did you know that they have sex toys for men also? I'm sure some people did not know that. There are some sex toys that you can use. Sex toys are inanimate objects. They can never be compared to a man.
Are you trying to show us one?
No, I like that.
I saw you were going reaching out to something.
I didn't know I could bring it. See? Pastor, I didn't know I could bring it. I'll come and show you.
No, don't show us. It will be a sin. It will be a sin on the network.
Let me say this, sir. You know what? Let me change that misconception. Yeah. Not all sex toys actually look like penis or dicks. There's some sex toy I'll show you now. You never ever know it's a sex toy. There are sex toys that actually look like the shape of a lipstick. You will never know it's a sex toy because it's a vibrator. It's just supposed to actually vibrate. So, there are a lot of misconceptions that we need to change about the
Yeah.
bedroom and sex in the bedroom. Now, let's talk about women.
Yeah.
Some women, you guys have a fault too. There are some women who are too shy in the bedroom. And honestly, I don't blame you. Like I said, many of us were raised that way. But there has to come a time when you become responsible for yourself and your sexuality as a woman.
Those women are banana shy.
Yes, they're like, "Child, how can you be shy of banana to be alone?
You're
Banana
supposed
to
to,
like, but we're
supposed to.
supposed to grab
You
yours now.
know what I'm saying? Who's up when Mike, check, check,
My
check, check.
check one,
1, 2,
two.
3.
While you're looking in the eyes of your
You
husband,
know,
like,
you know what I'm saying? But when I was like, carry on, baby.
yes, if you give your husband a good blow job, he will give you anything you want ever. But I'm not saying too much, but that's what
No, no,
exactly
no,
what.
no, 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 no. I'm feeling you.
So a lot of men, a lot of women feel like, their husbands might be holding them down sexually. And it's true. We've talked about those men that feel like their women are too wild in the bedroom. So they make them actually very reserved. Pastor Shola, I started a group on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I started talking about sexuality and women just being more confident with their sexuality. We have about 256 women right now. If
Wow.
you know how those women have blossomed, what happens is we let them be themselves. They talk about it, they share videos, and by that Friday night, they're already horny and they go and grab their husbands. In fact, I think
Yay.
we have like 4 pregnant women right now. We get freaky.
You are creating lions in our home.
Yes, it's good. It's good because I'm having some men who are coming to me and saying, I don't know what you're teaching those women, but I like it.
But it's
But
good.
guess what? I'm not teaching them anything. I'm just allowing them to express and be
Express
themselves.
themselves. Yeah.
We're not judging them. We let them talk about how they're feeling. We let
Yeah.
them, which is what some women don't get in the house because they're afraid that when they show themselves, you're going to be accusing them
Yeah.
of being wild, of being an ashewo. Where did you learn that now from? So, men, please allow your wife. You people like it. That's what you guys get outside. For those of you that have side chicks, what do you enjoy from your side chicks? Because she's wild, because she has no inhibitions. There are no kids in the house. She just wants to take care of business. That's why most of you actually get stuck to side chicks. Why do you think some of our men, once they taste all these African American women, God bless you, African American sisters, those ones
Yeah.
were trained and raised, yes, sir. They were raised to be confident in the bedroom and their sexuality.
Yeah.
If your husband should go and experience an African American woman, he's not coming back.
Never.
He's
Never.
not coming back. You know?
They will remove the Nigerian plug in his head. They will put American.
Yes, yes. But guess what, though? There's nothing that woman has that you cannot do.
Yeah.
That's the mistake we make. What is she doing? She's just only confident about her sexuality. She's not shy of a dick. She's not shy of wanting to have someone enjoy it. She
Yeah.
knows the right things to do to your man. That your husband that's telling you, oh, might call you a shell, please step up in the bedroom. He doesn't want it, push him down and say, you know what, let me take care of
And we like that. We like that. We like you to take advantage of us. When you do that, we feel good. We feel like she wants me.
Exactly.
Then we put energy into it. We too will put energy into the stuff.
Exactly. Let's not leave all of these things to our men alone. You too, you can text your husband and say, you know what, sweetheart, you know what, I'm naked right now. I don't have any clothes on.
Yeah.
You know what, your husband, come on now. Sweetheart, you know what, I don't even have any underwear right now and I'm dripping so wet for you. You say,
They will fire me at work. I will leave my work and go home. I'm telling you, I will find aeroplane. Because of the traffic of New York, I'll find aeroplane that will take.
No, it's true. That is a
It's
trick
true.
that works
It's
for
true.
a lot of men.
Yeah.
But we are too shy to express ourselves sexually. I'm saying to you, and I'm confident now because I had to retrain myself. I was like every other Nigerian woman, but I realized that I was missing out on something. I realized I was missing out on a lot. I realized that my body is capable of enjoying so much. I used to hear many women who say, oh, they can come 3-4 times. I'm like, how does that happen? Because some of us, once you just come one time, you're like, okay, I'm done. But no, your body has the capabilities of coming like 10 times at a time. If your man knows what he's doing, if you know your body. And I started to do my own research and I started to get better. And look at me today. I'm confident. I'm not ashamed of my sexuality. If I handle banana,
Yeah.
I trained myself.
If you handle, I'm sorry, all you pastors that are online, please. I'm sorry. You guys don't have to go and hide. That we have 4 pastors online that are following me secretly, and they are trying to come here, and they are trying to come here to learn about sexual relationship, how they can make their wife to enjoy sex with them.
I
They're
love it.
listening right now, and I really appreciate them. For real. So
Thank you
fire on, Mommy Gio, fire
joining us.
on.
All right, let's talk about that for our women.
Yeah.
A big deal, a big part of sex for our women is oral play, oral sex, foreplay. Women, we have to be aroused, like I said. So I already said, make love to us from the morning, but you have to start slow with us. Kiss very deeply. Some of you men don't even kiss. The last time some of you men kissed was when you actually got married. Me, I don't like this AirPods, though, Pastor Shola. Please hold on. I'm so old school. I don't know. I'm sorry. Please excuse me, guys. Yeah. So some of us are so old school. We don't know how to kiss. The last time some of you kissed your wives were on the way was on your wedding day. Please kiss. Kissing is a very, very essential part of love making. It's very sensual. Yes, okay. Some of you say, "Oh my, what if my husband has a mouth odor?" That's why you're a couple. You guys work together. They have mouthwashes now that they sell in all these pharmacies. Ask them, and they can actually use it to rinse. It sometimes you can have home remedies. Acid, what do you call it? Apple cider vinegar. Rinse your mouth every time. Before you make love, tell them to go and brush their teeth. That's part of the communication of couples.
Or brush with them. The two
Or
of you
brush
go and
them.
do it.
Let's okay, baby. Let's go together. Oh, okay. Some of you that might be saying, but what if they have odors? Let's talk about oral sex. Oh, they're not. They're smelling. A woman is supposed to have natural smell, and every woman has their own scent. Every woman have their own distinct scent and flavor. Okay, my scent will not be different from another woman, but it should be natural. It should not have a foul smell to it. Okay, the only time you have a foul smell to it is if you're not clean or if you have a yeast infection going on, and that's not healthy. So if you're noticing that your wife has, because a lot of men say, oh, she doesn't smell good. The difference between that person and the person that smells good is there's an imbalance in her hormones that needs to be taken care of, and it can be fixed. So if you notice those kind of things, talk it over with your wife rather than just shutting down the door. Because like I said, it's essential. Foreplay is essential for women. And the clitoris is very important too. That's
It's just like Matthew 7:7. Matthew 7:7 is very important.
very, very, very essential. And if you can know how to use your fingers, if you know how to use your tongue, trust me, you've already gotten your wife there. Way before. So when you even are ready to go in safe, she won't even feel if you are 2 minutes or 1 minute. You have to be able to compensate for that. So women, you have to have a natural smell. How can you help yourself? There are some things as a woman we need to know how to do. And we talked about African American women. They were groomed right from childhood to be able to take care of themselves down there. It's one thing we were not raised to do, but they were raised to do that. Why do you think they have all this? If you go to the stores now, go to the feminine area, they have a lot of feminine products for you to take care of themselves down there. It's essential. When you pee, you should have wet wipes as a woman that you carry in your bag all the time. If you don't have wet wipes, get water. Some people feel like if you urinate, you're not supposed to wipe or use water or use wet wipes. I carry wet wipes everywhere I go as a woman, because constantly you got to clean yourself. There's some responsibilities as a woman that you have to do. Douche, they call something douching, but some people do not recommend it. Dude, I'm a healthcare professional. I know that yes, you should not douche all the time because you're going to mess with the natural flora of your vagina, right? But one time I recommend is after your period, it's essential that you clean up yourself. You can use natural products. You can use water and apple cider vinegar. I've mentioned it twice now. Put it in water, mix it a little bit, and put it in a container, that squirt bottle, and just clean yourself from the inside out. Those kind of things are what makes us sometimes as women have nasty smells that sometimes discourages our men from going down there.
Yeah.
Say, oh, American women, you man, nice, go, they smell nice. The only difference is they take care of themselves better.
One particular guy told me, he said, Pastor Shola, I woke up with one black American lady and I went down there and it was fresh.
Yeah.
This is the way he said it. It was fresh. Was fresh. Yes. Huh?
Me, I don't blame him.
I'm not blaming him, understand? And I asked, I said, what's the difference between that of your wife and this? We say, I can't even put my nose in that of my wife. And I say, okay, now this is where the problem is. We must have to fix that.
We have to.
All right, we have to fix that.
Yes, I've dealt with some marriages where the man says, yes, the smell, I want it, I love it. Should I surprise women who are listening to me? For some men, they love to go down because it makes them harder. Did you guys know that? For men, I don't understand. The smell, the aroma, when they're going down on you, the way they're making you feel actually makes their dick stronger. They love it. They might tell you at home, oh God, I don't go down. It's a lie. But if you see them chewing down on that, their side chicks, oh God, so make it fresh. You can put your mouth anywhere. God does not care what we do in our bedroom.
I eat a dick icon with my mouth.
Hey, God doesn't care what we do with your mouth in the bedroom. God doesn't care what you do. As long as both of you are comfortable. There are some positions that I will not recommend. Things that might be, health hazardous to your health. I don't recommend it. Anal sex, I personally don't recommend it because yes, it's not the right medium for that. My husband doesn't like going down. Hey, yeah, I understand that. Some men don't like to go down. Some men don't like to receive either. I've heard some men don't like to receive, but guess what? Do you know why they don't like to receive? Because they've had a negative experience in the past. I hear some women when they're sucking on the banana, they use their teeth. I bet, what is your teeth doing with you sucking on the dick? Your teeth should not even be involved.
No, it's not supposed to be involved.
Your teeth should not be involved at all. It's all about your tongue and your lips. Can I, Pastor Shula, am I free? Am I free to talk?
No, I'm feeling you, man.
Okay. So your teeth, you just imagine somebody.
I'm going to kind of like go crazy when your teeth is on it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's just about, imagine somebody's, what are you guys doing? What's going on? I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to make sure my kids are not here.
Fire on. They will learn from their mother.
Oh, they know. I've been sex education. My kids know about sex education since.
All right.
I don't hide nothing from them. Okay, so we'll talk about that another time. So yes, what is teeth doing when it comes to blowjobs? It should not. They don't go well together. Just imagine your teeth on their breast. Somebody biting your breast. Imagine when you're breastfeeding and your child bites your breast. How you feel is the same way because they're also very sensitive. So your teeth should not be involved at all. You have to practice and constant practice. And you say, but Sister Shio, my mouth pains me. For the first few times, your mouth will hurt, but your mouth is a muscle too. When you do it constantly, you get better at it. So yes, so no teeth, definitely no teeth. Your tongue and your lips. Does going down a woman, Pastor, I don't want to miss some questions. Does going down a woman cause vagina cancer? No. Absolutely not. Please, where did that come from?
I don't know, from this guy called Douglas. What's his name again? The movie actor Douglas. And the guy already came out to clarify it that it was a lie. It wasn't from actually going down on the wife.
Aha, see that?
Michael Douglas.
It's not from going down. He just used that. And a lot of Nigerian men who are Raz men that don't even want to do anything before.
They use that as an excuse, As
an excuse. We are all predisposed to cancer anyway. Do you use microwave in your homes? Actually, you do. Yeah. Most of you microwave your food all the time, but using microwave actually makes you at a high risk makes you high risk for cancer. Cell phone. We are very, very predisposed to cancer using cell phones. So why should now, something that should make your home beautiful? Let me tell you something. If your sex life at home is beautiful, both of you will be happy. Somebody come and tell me sex food. I hate that particular phrase. Yes, sex is food to the soul.
Sex is food to the
soul. Sex is food.
To the soul, to the body, to the spirit. Yeah.
Yes, sir. There's a reason. If sex was not important, God would not even put those sex organs there. And before you tell me it's only supposed to be for childbirth, so when you're done having children, you still feel horny.
Of course.
you still have the feelings if you want to orgasm, and it should still be there. For some of us who are done with kids for now, well, I don't know if what will happen later in the future, but personally, we fuck without living evidence. I want to still enjoy good sex and good loving. Excuse me, pastors, I'm sorry, this is me.
No, fire on.
Right.
This is raw. This is raw platform right here where we actually keep it real.
Yes. I believe we're all adults on here, and we're here to actually make our
Somebody
marriage
said my husband said it's a sin.
What exactly is a sin? What is a sin? I mean, how is it a sin? Is sex itself a sin? I don't blame him for thinking so, because again, like I said, that's what we were raised to think in our culture,
yeah.
to believe. But no, as long as you're married, you have the license to actually have sex. It's not a sin. It's not a sin. It's something that's meant to be enjoyed and liberated. Why do you think one of the biggest things that
she said that oral sex is a sin.
Oral sex is not a sin. Oral sex is not a sin. Oral sex is part of the whole thing. Is there any part of the Bible?
So do you know if you put your mouth on the breast of a woman, that's oral sex too?
Yes. Thank you very much, sir.
If you put your mouth on the belly button of a woman, that's oral sex.
And
if you put your mouth on her hair and put your tongue inside her hair, that's oral sex.
Yes, sir.
When you kiss a woman, that's oral sex.
Oral sex.
Anything you do with your mouth on a woman or on a man, that's oral sex.
Oral sex. Yes, sir. It's just what I'm finding is a lot of men are actually irritated by the thought of it. But what I find selfish is some of you men like to receive, but you don't like to give. The same fluid that's flowing down there, as long as it's healthy and she does not have an infection, there's nothing wrong with that. Women, you can enhance your taste by eating certain fruits. Pineapple, very, very essential. As a woman, you can eat pineapples to actually give you some flavor down there. Did you all know that whatever you put in your mouth actually determines sometimes how you taste down there? In case you don't know, that's also something that you should know about. One thing you can also do, there's some natural flora tablets that we can take that helps you improve how you taste on the inside. We can share that later, maybe through Pastor Shala's wall for people that have questions, because I know a lot of people have questions. So oral sex is not a sin. He just needs a little bit more understanding, because yes, there are essential parts of a woman's body or a man's body that makes them more aroused. The ears, Pastor Shola mentioned. Oh my God. Some women, once you kiss their ears, they're gone. Some women, it's the nape of their neck. Some women, it's their boobs. If you want to see sometimes, some women, they say, oh, it's so hard for me to come by penetration. But guess what? Try and penetrate her and kiss her breast at the same time and see what wonders that will do. It's just using the mouth. So it's all about understanding and stop being a cake like the old times,
And so what we preach in church is this: that marriage is all about agreement. You must not force your wife to give you oral sex if you are not going to reciprocate. So it's all about agreement. Your wife must agree to it, and you must agree to it, and then you guys do it, and then you enjoy it. If you need someone to mentor you through it, find someone to mentor you through it. And you find out it's something that you're going to enjoy. It's going to keep you guys wanting to have sex all the time, because it's not going to be the same missionary style penetrating and coming out 5 seconds.
The missionary people missionary people say don't do missionary style anymore. Missionary style, they have different styles of missionary now. Reverse cowboy. In fact, as a woman, you got to be able to take charge. Let me give you guys a secret. Missionary style does not get you there. But if you come on top, if you ask so many women now, they'll say, I cannot come on top. You actually have a lot more control when you are on top, because you can control the depth, you can control how his dick is probably touching your clitoris. I'm going to give you an example.
How fast you want to go in and out.
How fast you want it to go exactly. You can control the rhythm and the flow, and you can control what's touching some things. Real quickly, while we're on that, while you're on top, you can actually lay down instead of sitting down, because the expectation is when you are doing the cowboy, you're sitting down. No, lay down and actually let his dick be rubbing on your clitoris. You find that you're coming at the same time.
All the same time. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So it's
No.
just about taking control.
You're talking to a well experienced man here. You
But
know what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
I can hear it. Yes.
For
Do you
real.
see how your wife glows? Your wife glows.
For real.
Auntie glows all the time.
You're talking
You're
even before I got born again. Before I got born again, I was a lion. It's not about a lion. When before born again, I was able to do practical. You know what I'm saying? Practical aspect of the whole stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna actually help us a lot, a lot.
yes.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yes. So yeah, you can control that pace. Again, it's all about your confidence. You
Mm-hmm.
got to own your orgasm. I want to talk about that because again, many of us just the same way in life, we put our happiness on another person. Nobody is responsible for your happiness. And the same way, your orgasm is in your hands. How confident are you? You got to be able to take charge. I used to be at 1.2. I didn't used to orgasm by missionary style, but I learned and I educated myself. So when we're there, when I see that it's about to come, I'll be like, dude, stop right there. And I get up and I get on top and I control that. And I'm able to get myself there. So, yes, don't put your orgasm in your husband's hands alone. Teach him, tell him, this is what works for me. Please, in the bedroom, you see, when he's turned on, he will listen to you and listen to anything at that point. That point before he comes, you can stop it and stop the flow. And he will listen to anything at that point. Even if you ask him for $2 million at that point, he will give you. So it's that time that you got to be able to stop him and say, okay, baby, no, 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 don't do it like that. Many of you are suffering in silence because, yes, again, you've been raised to not be vocal. Please be vocal. Let him know what you want. Let him know what works for you. You know what I mean? Stop being quiet and punishing yourself. Pastor Shah, I don't know if we have any other questions.
Yeah, there's a question that is here already. That how can you help a 2 seconds noodle man to at least actually have a kind of more time to satisfy their wives?
Spend more time on oral sex. Spend more time on oral sex. That's the one gap that a lot of us are missing out on. Again, it takes a man about 3 minutes to actually reach orgasm. And biologically, it takes a woman about 7 minutes. That's how God designed it. So you see that we already have a 4 minute gap. And how can you make up for that 4 minutes? By oral sex. Because that is why many of you cannot take or get your wife to orgasm because you are ready to come in 3 minutes. But no, they need that extra 4 minutes to be able to be aroused and get there. We get aroused at different rates. Again, if a woman is lucky and she was not messed with, her clitoris was not messed with, and you know the right buttons to push, you're going to get her there quick. But sometimes you got to use your mouth, you got to use your tongue, got to know what you're doing. You can use your dick, whatever you got to do to focus on her point that will get her to orgasm, do it. You see that 4 minutes invested on oral sex, and you will never go wrong. I'm telling you, never go wrong. Experiment. Pastor Shola talked about wine, drinking some wine. Wine is not a sin. It's in the Bible, right? And you
Of
can
course.
use it. Just get a little bit tipsy and you lose your inhibitions. That's what wine does for you and your husband or your wife. Because again, some of us are so rigid. We can loosen up. But the wine will help you relax and
To
loosen up.
relax and loosen up. Yeah. Yeah.
Exact. And the things they ordinarily would not do, they will do it.
They'll do it. Now, the size of a woman, does it contribute to sex? Some women, they are actually on the thick side with a little bit of belly. Some women are actually very skinny and stuff. Does it affect sex, the enjoyment of sex?
It's all about being flexible and be willing to move around.
Okay.
Maybe if your size does not permit it, you might not be able to do oral sex. It might not be nice for you. Then try the back, try doggy style. Again, we got to be flexible in the bedroom and stop all the inhibitions. And many of us, our minds are talking to us when we're in the bedroom. You got to be free and let go of all of those extra things. Oh, let's talk about the body, Pastor Shola, just like you said. How do you make your wife feel about her body? Do you call her fat, ugly? Why is her stomach so big? And then when you are in the bedroom, you expect her to want you to leave the light on? No, she's going to want the light off because
Fair enough.
she's ashamed of her body. So you have a very important role to play about that. Let your wife know that, oh my God, I know you carry those babies for us. You're beautiful. Please don't compare your wife's body to what the culture or society is defining as beautiful. Beautiful, yes, for health reasons, fine. But that you're comparing and telling your wife, oh, she doesn't look like Mrs. A because Mrs. A stays skinny. Everybody's genetics is different. Make your wife feel beautiful so that when it's time to take off her clothes, yes, she knows that her breast no longer stands like before. But she needs you as her husband to let her know, baby, your boobs are still beautiful. Oh my God, your breasts are life to me. So when it's time for her to actually take off her clothes, she will actually lose the inhibitions. But like Pastor Shola just mentioned, size, many women are worried about how they look because their husband has told them over and over, you are fat. Look at how you are. You've changed. This is not how I met you. So how do you expect her to be confident in the bedroom? She will never be. So that comes again of some things that we have to do also. Make your wife feel beautiful. So when it's time for her to take off her clothes and be active in the bedroom, she will not have any problem with that.
Wow, that's great. This is a Wale Fali. Does the size of a dick has anything to do with satisfying a woman?
Time to talk about this very important topic. Okay, yes, for me personally, I'm gonna say some women like it sized, big, whatever. But honestly, it's not about the size of it, but how you know how to use it. No, it's about knowing how to use it and using it right. So it's never about that. What I found, okay, and is and why this affects it. Sometimes some people have lost their vagina has lost elasticity, the elastic content or whatever has been loose because of maybe the amount of children they've had, and there are some exercises that as a woman you're supposed to do. Let's talk about Kegel exercises. Kegel exercises helps the vagina to be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Firm. Firm. What is Kegel exercise? So Kegel is Kegel. Okay. I'll tell you why I'm relating this to that. That's why you can find that a woman whose vagina is kind of loose because of the amount of children she's had might not feel a small size dick. That's why, because it might not fit in well. But as a woman, what can you do? You can do those exercises. Imagine that you're using the restroom and you're peeing, right? Let me just quickly say that. You're peeing and you now stop your flow of your urine by yourself. You know how when you're doing that and you can stop it as a woman, stop it and release it. Stop it and release it. Do that over and over several times a day. It actually will help. So yes, that's why some women might say, you know what, I want it big because it touches everything. Pastor Shaw, remember I said that the clitoris is it's not just in outside, it
It's
extends to the
inside.
inside. So yes, maybe if they're not feeling it rub on it, they will say, okay, I like my dicks big. But it's not about the size, it's about your skill and knowing how to use it and
Yeah,
addressing
yeah.
the wife's G
This
spot.
this this skill is very, very important. You see,
Yes.
some of the guys will bend to the side and give it like pa 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 pa, then
Exactly. They know what
go all
they're
the
doing.
way to the down and then give it all the way up pa pa pa
Yes,
pa,
sir.
and then
Lift
he's
your
actually,
head up.
yeah, he's actually looking at the face of the woman, and if he's able to get that spot where the
Mm-hmm.
woman goes like, oh, he will
That's it.
maintain it right there and keep on going back, boom, back, boom,
Yes,
back, boom. Before you
sir.
get to know it, a tiny little penis can actually work miracles.
Exactly. It's
It's
about knowing the
it's
right thing
about
to
you
do.
knowing how to use it.
Yes.
You can have a big dick and may not even know how to use it, and the
Yes.
woman that you're with will just look at you like you're a stupid idiot. Yeah, if you have the right equipment, all right, learn how to use it. When you learn how to use it, you see, sex is not just something you just do, just sleep on top of her. You're going in and out, and you're closing your eyes. A man, you are not supposed to close your eyes as a man. You're supposed to give
Nah,
attention to that
exactly.
woman. Look at the
Yep.
facial expression. Look at where the whole stuff is actually going, where she's feeling it the most. And then sometimes you find that women will just scratch your back with their nails. Let me tell you, that's a sign that you're doing a good job. Now just stay right
Yep.
there and just concentrate and keep on going. Easy,
Yes.
easy. Sometimes she
Listen.
might, sometimes she might kind of like want to stop you. She wants you to take it slow
Uh-huh.
because you are too
Uh-huh.
fast. When you are too fast, you're going to come faster. All right. So
Exactly.
she want to slow you
Exactly.
down, maintain the
Yeah.
speed, and keep on
Yeah.
going. You see, in essence, what is it like? Always listen to your wife.
Body language.
Body
Both of you.
language. Yeah.
Yes, listen to her ringtone. What is her ringtone?
Yeah.
I know some of us, because of children, we cannot make noise, but you know what? Turn up the TV, my goodness. Turn up the
Yeah.
TV, play music so that you can be free. Let's talk about ringtones. Let's talk about moaning. There's
Yeah.
some things as in the bedroom, as a woman, that's your power. Moan, express yourself. Some women are just laying there quiet, not moving, not doing anything. Kilo de why? I mean, come on now. If your husband is satisfying you and giving you the right moves, let him know, oh my God, baby. Oh my God, baby, that feels so great. Don't be loose, loosen up. That drives them crazy. You see,
Yeah.
all these side chicks, I keep telling you, all these side chicks, all these women on the outside, that's what they're giving them. That's all. They're
Yeah.
giving them the right things. That's why they say, oh, they can't go back anymore. They come home and they say they're tired because they've exhausted them.
Yeah.
Because those chicks have given them what they want.
Yeah.
And you can do it too. You
Yeah.
have power. You have the ability.
Yeah.
Why should you be struggling with another woman?
You see, it's always very discouraging when you as a man are actually pumping so hard and you are not hearing anything. There's no feedback at all. It's Jumoke so ọ̀rọ̀ mi ni Jumoke iṣẹ́ tí mo ṣe ìwọ̀n lágbára ó ọ̀rọ̀ mi ni Jumoke ò sọ̀rọ̀ kankan ó kàn dákẹ́ síbẹ̀ lọ gbọ́n.
Come on now. Come on.
At the end of the day, at least give this guy a little feedback. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Some women, they will fake it. They will fake it just to actually motivate the guy.
Exactly.
For the guy to do better. Because the moment you're feeding the ego of a man, he will feel like, yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man. You say, who's the man? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? I'm your daddy. And then the guy will continue to go because the blood will start flowing all the way down to his penis.
Exactly.
And you feel like doing it more. You will find out that it will come the first time within the next 2-3 minutes. He's going to be ready to go the second round. Okay, but when you just lie down there like a log of wood and say, Jumoke, oh, ọ̀rọ̀ mi ni ṣe kọ̀ọ̀kanlẹ̀, Jumoke ṣe kọ̀ọ̀kanlẹ̀.
Yes, you gotta have your ringtones, man. Have your ringtones. When you hear a lot about phone sex and everything, all these men are having some phone sex with other women. It's their moaning that they're actually coming to.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that? People that have phone sex, they're not there with them physically, but the women are pretending to say, oh my God, baby. Oh, and the man is already coming. Imagine you now being there and actually encouraging the man with let him know this is whatever it is doing is working. So please, let's not just lay there and be quiet. Right.
That's one very funny thing. Now let's talk about sex. Is it enhancers or whatever they call it? Like some people, they believe because I'm not able to do 2-3 minutes. Let me drink Ogidiga. Let me drink Alomobita. Let me drink Sobonton. Let me take Viagra. Let me take all this stuff just to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? Let me take Chinese fly or whatever they call that, Chinese capsule.
Chinese fly.
Yeah,
Chinese fly. No,
Chinese fly. Yeah, let me take it. That was a time when I was in school. One guy went and took this medication to have sex with this girl, and the girl didn't show up. And the penis was like this. And this guy was in pain. The muscle on the side of his penis, the whole thing was all out. We had to take this guy to the sick bay with Agbada. He couldn't wear pants. We had to take him with Agbada. This guy, they gave him injection to sleep. His penis was still standing like this.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The girl didn't show up. So some people do that. What kind of effect would this one give? Or does he have a kind of a side, what do they call it?
Side effects.
Yeah, on men.
So personally, I would never say it's don't do it. And the reason, I'll come from a healthcare perspective. Again, for anybody listening to me, I'm a registered nurse, so I know. If a man has some health conditions that might have affected his erection. Erection has a lot to do with blood flow. Some conditions like high blood pressure, one of the highest culprits. Diabetes, one of the highest culprits. What they do is they actually thin out the arteries that carry blood. So you know what? The penis is down there, and the body is going to give more blood to the essential organs of the body, which are the brain and the heart. They get more blood. So now for it to not get to the penis is probably going to be one of the last few of them. That's why your erection is affected. Now, when you go to the doctor will actually put you on a sex enhancement drug. Okay, which is why I wouldn't say no to it, because yes, sometimes that might be all you need that can help you. Now, for you to use those sex enhancement drugs, make sure that it is prescribed to you by a physician, because your physician knows your medical history and will use that to be able to give you the right. That, trust me, even men in their early 40s now are on Viagra. But as long as it's prescribed to you by a physician, they know what medications you're on, because what those sex enhancement drugs do is they help your heart to pump faster and be able to and pump more blood to your penis, basically. And you are working your heart. Okay, so please don't just go on the street or to the chemist and buy anything on your own. You're going to kill yourself. That's why we had this man from Canada die on top of a prostitute, because he had all this concussion that he mixed and killed him.
Yeah.
You're putting too much pressure. Please go to a physician. I will never say no to that. Now, do you know that there are some natural enhancement ones that you can use at home? There's some combinations that work. Tiger nuts and coconut helps. Pastor Shola, have you heard about that one?
Of course, I know about tiger nut and coconut.
Tiger nut and coconut mix.
Yeah, we blend it and make it into milk, and then you can drink it. The very first effect is going to be like it's going to detox you, and then the next thing is that you're going to start feeling that effect right there inside your pants very soon. And if you continue to take it like that, it's going to actually boost your erection also, and then it's going to actually help you to maintain that erection for some time.
Yes, and it's natural. It's not medication. So, yes, for the women, since we're talking about that, some women have a problem with being wet enough. I've heard a lot of women say, "Station, I'm never wet enough." You're not wet for different reasons. One big culprit is that your husband does not take time to actually get you there and wet enough. Some women have a biological issue and might need extra help. There are some things. Let's talk about Kaya Mata. What is Kaya Mata? Okay. In case somebody's listening to me and I was like, okay, well, Kaya Mata, what is this? Is evil, is devilish, is that? No. Kaya Mata is actually Eriyawo, the wife's load. It's actually originated from the northern part of Nigeria. The northern people. Our Pastor Shola's family. I don't blame you.
Go ahead with your stuff, my sister.
So, Kaya Mata is actually Eriyawo, the wife's load, and it originated from the northern part of Nigeria. When their women are getting married, they pack all of this sex enhancement things that will help their sex life in a bag and give it to them. That's where it came from. And all of these things are organic products. They have products that actually you can use and will help you get wet. I tried the sugar. They call the sugar lumps. It's just sugar. Honestly, try to. Let me tell you my experience using that for the first time. I didn't say nothing to the husband when I used it. Man, his ringtone that night was bad. It was just sugar lumps. That's one of my secrets. Probably you'll be hearing that for the first time today ever. It was just sugar lumps, and I used it for 2 hours prior. It's a natural supplement, and it helps you to be more wet. Men enjoy sex with you more when you're actually more wet. There's a correlation between enjoying sex and the wetness of your vagina.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Is it possible for a woman to exist and may not be able to enjoy orgasm?
It is very possible. And that's why I started with that in the beginning. It's sometimes about the mindset, but a lot of times it's because many of us were actually circumcised. Okay. And when you were circumcised, your clitoris was messed with. Your clitoris is like the vital organ that controls orgasm in a woman's body. And what they do is they actually, imagine this is the clitoris, they snip it off, they cut part of it off. So they don't have the external part that can be stimulated, and that can happen. And that's why it happens a lot of times. So it does. I was circumcised, but I told my mom to go get a refund because, but I'll tell you why. Even though I joke about that, her getting a refund, some people did partial circumcision, and some people were just mean when they did it and just cut off the whole thing.
They just cut off the whole thing.
Yes, all hope is not lost. This is why I like to say that. If you focus a lot on oral sex and foreplay, you can actually stimulate the clitoris on the inside. I wish I came prepared. I would have shown you what the clitoris, and Pastor, please excuse me, this is very important because a lot of people don't know what it actually looks like. Okay. This is what the clitoris, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, they might not be able to see it.
No, we can see it. We'll put it there. We can see it. Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, we are
So the
seeing it.
clitoris is like that. Okay. The part we see is the top on the outside. It
Yes.
actually extends
To
to
the
both
inside.
ways in
It's
the
like a U,
inside.
like a U.
Exactly. And now meets at the end. The
Mm-hmm.
meeting point is where we call the G spot. They say, oh, a woman's G spot on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the clitoris meets again on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, if you're not being able, if you were circumcised on the outside, if you have a man who takes time with foreplay and actually knows how to use his dick well, it can actually stimulate you. If he knows how to use his finger, that's where fingering comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
where some sex toys come into play. You
Yeah.
see, that's why we don't need to write off all of these things. If you truly love your wife and you're not selfish and you guys can communicate, your sex life is going to be beautiful.
It
But
will
it's about
be.
understanding.
It will be beautiful.
Yeah.
And I want to quickly just say this, that you men take time to study the body of your wives.
Right.
Take that time. Just don't satisfy yourself. It's only a selfish man that will just jump on his wife and then do what he's got to do and then come and roll off. Take
Yeah.
time to study your wife. When you're kissing her neck, check out for the reaction. When you're
Yes.
kissing her lips, check out for the reaction. When you're putting your finger into her, check out what it's doing. And so some people even love fingering than actually the
Yes.
actual penetration. They're going to come and
Yes.
stuff. Okay? So some people, they love you to just do oral sex. Oral sex, they're good. They're
That's
fine.
it. We're good to go.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're okay. Some people, when you whisper to their ears, you are actually inside of them and you're talking to them right at the same time,
Telling
something
them,
can happen.
speaking to them,
And,
come on now, speak.
and at that point in time, when you just actually pray one little tiny prayer together, right there in that same lock, that when you guys are locked
Yes,
up,
so. Yes,
locked up
so.
like that, and you say a
Uh-huh.
word of prayer, I want to believe something. Anything can happen right that moment. Because the soul of the man, the soul of the woman, the spirit of the man, the spirit of the woman, the body, they are now together. Because
Yes.
during this time of sexual relationship, you are not only making love to this body, you are
It's
making
a
love to the
soulful
spirit and the
experience.
soul
Yes.
at the
Yes, sir.
same time. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
and that's why a lot of men don't understand when you cut off the head of your wife during sex and you
Yep.
put the head of your girlfriend there.
Mm.
The woman will know. She will know because you are not there.
Yes.
She
You're not
knows.
there.
Yeah, you are not there at all. You're now cutting the head of somebody to replace that head so that you can come. All right. At that point in time, you are not actually not having sex. No, you are really having sex, but you are not making love to that woman. And it's very painful, for real. It's very, very painful for women
It
when they
hurts.
know. Yeah, when they know that you are not physically there. I mean, you are physically there, but you are not emotionally there.
But Pastor Shola, let's break this down.
Yeah.
Why does this happen? The reason men do that is because of the experience they have with that person in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Men are visual and they're connected to their brains. I've said that. And their brain, sadly, with all due respect, connects to their penis
Yes.
and their erection. So
Yeah.
that's the only way they are connecting to the experience they had with that person. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you are capable of giving them the same experience. And that's why when you give it to them and give them a good time,
Yeah.
there's really nothing they're looking for on the outside.
Yeah.
You are capable, you have the power in your hands. Let me talk real quick about being spontaneous. Many of us, after we've gotten married, we now let go of being spontaneous. Oh, your wife is cooking in the kitchen. Go and tap her bum bum now. Go and play with her breast a little
Of
bit.
course, of course.
Come on now.
Get nasty. Come on.
Get nasty with each other. You guys are watching TV as a family. Tell your children to bring you the comforter. They cover it. Both of you sit down there and be playing with each other's whatever.
No,
There.
my own problem. You know my own problem, Seun. You know my own problem, Seun, is that
Yes, sir.
don't come and cuddle with me if you know it's not going to end up in praise.
Okay, now. That's right.
It must end up in praise.
That's what
Okay,
we're talking
you can't
about.
cuddle. If you cuddle with me, my hand will go to where you don't want my hand to go,
Oh.
and then you now turn around and say, "You le cuddle pẹ̀lú wọn ni, you le cuddle pẹ̀lú wọn ni." Àwọn le cuddle pẹ̀lú mi, má cuddle pẹ̀lú mi rárá. Tó bá fẹ́ cuddle pẹ̀lú mi, make sure kó máa end the praise.
I hear you, Pastor Shola. There's
Sorry?
nothing wrong with that. I've said it on my Facebook page before. Somebody said, "Oh my God, you're going to do that with the children?" No, you can use your comforter. They don't have to know what's going on. You're just building up the paint. We do it sometimes, and we used to have our own code then. We'll be like, we're going downstairs to Prince. I love Prince. Everybody. I love Prince, the real Prince in me. It doesn't have to be in the bedroom. Sex does not have to be in the bedroom.
Oh God.
It can be anywhere.
Can be anywhere.
Just be spontaneous. Let's stop being too traditional with sex.
Yeah. Now, the last question we're going to ask you before you
Yes,
go
sir.
is this. You're just talking about, you can have sex anywhere and all kinds of stuff. Is
Mhm.
it right? Is it right? Is it decent for you to take your wife to the seaside in your car? And, all other cars are there. You see all other cars are bouncing. They're just bouncing like,
Yeah.
you don't know what they're doing inside, but you just notice that the other cars are bouncing. Is it right for you as a human being, decent man, to actually make love to your wife inside your car by the seaside?
Pastor Shola, you're probably asking the wrong person because you should already know what my answer is going to be. And it's
Yeah.
probably not going to be for every tradition. There's really nothing wrong with that. When we talk about
Yeah.
spontaneous, you guys can be driving and you're massaging his dick now.
Oh
You
my
won't wait to get
goodness.
home. You won't get home. We were coming from a party one day, and by the time we knew it, we stopped behind the CVS and everybody took care of business and we went home. It's about both of you. At that moment, it's about communication and spontaneity between both of you. Nothing is written on paper.
No.
Yes, please obey the laws. Don't get arrested. You know what I mean?
Don't get arrested. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get arrested in some places. But if you're free, there's nothing wrong with seaside. You went to the hotel, you're on vacation, go on
Yeah.
on the balcony
Yeah.
and do what you gotta do. Spice things up. There's
That's
really nothing wrong with that.
That's it. That's it right there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you guys probably like about 10 minutes to be able to ask your questions right now. If you want to actually come on the show with us, to actually join us on the show at this moment, you have a question for Seun, or you just want to just appreciate her, thank her for what she has done tonight. You want to come on the show. There's a link right there that I just posted. You're going to see it right there. I'm going to pin it to the wall as soon as I can get it on my phone. I'm going to pin it to the wall right now. All you got to do is just to click that link. Click the link, and the link is going to bring you to us here in the studio, and then we'll be able to listen to you by God's grace. I believe the link is already there. I'm waiting for you to. Okay, here it is on my phone. Now it's pinned. It's already pinned to the wall right now. You're going to see it at the bottom of that chat box. You can click that link. It's going to bring you to us, and then you'll be able to ask your question or probably to make your contribution. If you are actually watching me on YouTube, because right now we have 762 people right now.
Amazing.
Some people on Facebook, some people on YouTube. Now we have a guest. We have a guest here right now. Oh my God, the internet is slow on that side. Oh my God. Okay, let me wait a little bit for that person to roll well. So if you want to come on the show, you have a question for my sister, feel free to come on the show right now, and then I'm going to actually accept you, and then you'll be able to actually make your contribution or actually ask your question at this time. Let me check this again. Hello, Femi. Okay,
Yeah, Femi
okay.
Rahul from Nigeria.
How are you doing today?
Right here.
What?
Man, blowing my mind.
This guy is calling from Nigeria. It's difficult. Hello, who is this? Jeffy boy.
Hello,
Yes.
hello,
Nepa ti múná lọ ni.
hello. Nebake.
There's no light there. We're not seeing your face now.
Yeah, because my lights are off. The dogs are sleeping. If I on the light now, they'll start barking.
Oh no, don't let them back. So what's your question?
Hold on, let me on it so that.
No, don't worry. Don't worry about it.
These are chihuahuas. They sleep so and they are so noisy.
No, we don't want Chihuahua to disturb us.
They're right here. Look, you can see them sleeping on the bed.
All right. Those are
That was
beautiful
why
Chihuahuas.
they are sleeping. If I leave it on, they start
Don't take it. Don't take those dogs around Undo people. They will eat them. Oh.
I overheard what she said about if the woman comes first.
Yeah.
Now my question is this: most of us are married to whites,
Yeah.
and the drive is different compared to our women. No disrespecting nobody, please, in quotes, so that I don't take offense of what I'm about to say now.
Right.
Please go ahead,
Now,
sir.
please, because I know some people might pick offense from what I'm saying now, and you know how it is that they take it out of context and becomes a problem here now.
No, go ahead.
Our women are beautiful. They're lovely. I love them as much as they love us too. Now, you talked of the madam, I don't forget Miss Seun Obajolu.
Seun's good.
My brother, go ahead and ask your
Dr.
question. We have a
Bakulu.
lot of people waiting.
Yeah, if the lady comes first before the man, that it's full of, you enjoy it more. And
Yeah.
to me, I find that a little bit I don't know, because as a black man, the tighter it is, the more we hit harder. So
Okay.
that's what I just want to say. If you know what I mean, let me not go deeper.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
understand. We understand. You what you mean is that you're talking about the elasticity of the vagina for it to be tight, so that it can go around the penis, so that the
Pastor
friction can.
Shola, you're too much for us.
Yeah, so that the friction can be very good for the woman to feel it, for the man to feel it also. You know what I'm saying? All right, we understand that, my brother. We got it, man. You know,
Yeah.
and that's why you have to do exercise. Like the women must do exercise. Like, you know, like my own family, my wife gave birth to her 2 children through CS. So she
Okay.
was that's a lucky person right there. So when you're talking about that, it's actually not able to affect her that much. All
And
right,
Pastor
she's
Shola, that's
You're
why we talked
100%
about
right.
Kegel. We talked about
100%.
Kegel.
yeah.
I don't know if you heard me talk about Kegel exercises.
Yes.
Kegel. Those are exercises specific for the vagina to
For the
help you with
vagina.
the tightness.
Yes.
And actually, there are actually
Okay.
some things, natural products, actually also that we can use. When I said a woman coming first, I'm saying more because of the people that are the men that are ejaculate so quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that you don't leave your wife behind. Take your time, oral sex, let her orgasm, then you can come.
But sorry, madam, to cut you short. If you come, let me speak our language a bit, because my woman.
Hurry up. We have a lot of people lined up, please.
If he comes first now, how will we feel?
You will feel now. Then let her clean up. Naturally, get another. Always have a towel in the bedroom with you. I'm sure. Always have a towel. Always have. It's about communication. When you wipe her, when she has come, if you're talking of her being tired, that's a different thing. But
Wait a minute, Seun. Wait a minute. Okay, the
Yes,
guy's
sir.
gone. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
If your wife should come right now, that's actually the most beautiful thing in the whole wide world. The place is going to be lubricated, and at the end of the day, it's going to give you a little bit of slack to penetrate and to stroke.
Exactly.
You
Come
know,
on
and
now.
then before she would dry up again, honestly, it's going to take some time. I think our men need sex education. Okay, let me go to Brother Charles. Man, Pastor Charles, what's up now?
Hey, Pastor Shola, how are you, sir?
How you doing? Wait a minute, my brother. I have Adedoyi online. I have Ambassador online. I have Sister May online. Please hold on right there. As soon as I get done with Pastor Charles, I'm going to get in touch with you guys. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sister Seun. The reason for my call is just to appreciate you and to tell you that you need to come back and do a part 2 for us. Most of the things you said, I know some. I've learned a lot, and I'm still willing to learn a lot more. I just want to appreciate you. Thank you so much for. And one of the biggest things you said today that changed my perspective was on sex toys. Not because I needed them, but I had my own reservation against them. But the way you presented it, I said, ooh, a lot of people are missing out on the advantages of this. So there's always a positive things to things, and there's always a negative things to it. My dad used to have a gun. It was to protect against armed robbers. But the same gun, somebody can use it to go and kill the neighbor. So it's what we actually use it for that actually determines if it's right. So thank you so much. Pastor Shola.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I know. You know, you have an eagle eye to discover her. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go to Adedoyi Odewale. How you doing today?
Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Thank you for all you do, sir.
We thank God.
Oluwaseun. Thumbs up 20 times. I'm so proud of you. Any day, anytime.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to both of you. In my journey in life, I talk to a lot of people, and I find out that many Christians, we have problems in our bedmatic life. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate it. And we are going to put everything in practice. And Seun, I will give you feedback. You see the feedback January next year.
Please give feedback. Oh, give back. Let's give back.
I'm ready.
God bless you all.
All right,
Love
bye.
you both.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Love you so
Bye.
much.
All right, let's go to Ambassador Nironi. What's up?
I want to meet.
Ambassador, come on, speak to us.
Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀?
Kò sí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Andrew díẹ̀ kò sọ̀rọ̀ ni.
It's a row. We want to hear.
Okay. Just want to appreciate you, both of you. You know, Pastor Shola, the lion. Maybe I should call you the lioness. Torí tí ẹ kan tí ju Pastor Shola lọ báyìí.
Ọ̀daràn lówó yẹn.
Pastor Shola, I cannot even hear you. I cannot even hear Pastor Shola.
It is your stuff that is not working well.
Hello.
Oh, can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear Seun, but I cannot hear Pastor Shola.
Okay, continue to
hear Seun very well.
Continue to hear Seun.
Okay. I could see the time.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I want to say. You know whether I should contribute or what I should use for contribution. The guy that I just called, not this one, no, but before the last one. That's how you gonna feel if the woman comes first.
Yeah.
The woman that I know, if she comes, she's still ready to fire on.
Of course.
Oh.
We are the one that if you come, then we just stop we come and we start snoring. A woman that comes first, that doesn't mean she's tired. She's not tired.
No.
She just wanted to fire on. She wants to experience second orgasm, third orgasm, fourth orgasm, fifth orgasm, 1 billion orgasm.
We're capable of it.
So if the man says, "How do you feel?" I don't know. That's what they say. How do you feel if the woman comes first? Well, me, if the woman comes first, I feel good. I feel all right. I feel that I've accomplished something.
And that's advantage for you.
It's my dream and prayer. I say prayer. Even with fasting. Whenever I'm making love to my wife, she should be the one to come first.
Amen.
Let her come first. That's my prayer. Whether I'm a 2 minute, whether I'm a 2 minute man or 1 hour man, just let her come first. If it's me coming, I can come anytime. Yeah, I don't have problem coming.
No.
That's right.
I don't have problem coming at all. But as long as my woman comes, she comes, she feel good, she feel all right. Then I can do my own. Let me come. I did both achieve something.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That is number one.
All right.
That's number one.
Right.
Yeah. Then number two, I'm in my 40s right now. The older you get as a man, your T level goes down. They got the testosterone.
Testosterone level. Yes, sir.
It goes. I think I discussed that with Seun one time. Seun is my friend, my abu, my everything. That one, Seun, you are crazy. So I will suggest that we men, when you've clocked 40, number one, you change what you eat. You reduce your fat intake, you reduce your ororo intake. That's number one. Then number two, be taking some nitric oxide supplement. L-arginine, L-citrulline. Those are over the counter. You don't need prescription. Be taking that. And what those do, they increase they produce nitric oxide, whereby your blood circulation, improves. You know what I'm saying? It increases your blood circulation. Now, if you're diabetic, as a man, a time is going to come. It's going to cause erectile dysfunction, whereby your nerves will be damaged. You got nerves damaged, whereby the blood that is flowing to your penis will go back, because along the line, the nerves where the blood flows damages. So, and that happens as a result of you being diabetic and having high blood pressure. So if you are diabetic, you need to start working on yourself as a man. Start working on yourself, because it's a fact of the matter. If you are type 2 diabetic, you will have erectile dysfunction. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. You will have that. You're going to have erectile dysfunction. So you need to cut every sugar intake, cut everything to zero. Not even make it zero. You see what I'm saying? I begin to take herbs. As an African man, I begin to take herbs. Like me now, I drink agbo all the time now. My wife is listening right now. I take agbo all the time. I take anything that is less sugary most of the time right now. You know, and it's working on me.
Very much.
You know, I don't have a vision of spending 1 hour, 2 hours on a woman. I'm no longer in that level anymore. You know, but I'm in the level of trying to satisfy my woman. I want my woman to be satisfied. And that is, and that is it, you know. So you guys are doing a good job. I love you guys. And God bless. Baba me tie but my gba you the other side.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Like I said, one person like
I know. Thank you.
You will hear it later. Thank you. All right, let's go to May. Let's go to Sister May and go on.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Hi, nice
Hello,
to meet you.
Pastor.
How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Pastor. This topic, yes.
I know, right?
Mr. Shehu, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, I want to ask two, not really ask, but I just want to make a suggestion. Okay. The first one, please, Pastor Shehu, Pastor Shola and Sister Shehu, can you please tell our men to always conversate when they're having sex with their woman?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
It's so important. I find out that our Nigerian men, especially, they don't talk when they are having the do. It's only when they're about to come. That's when you hear, you know.
They'll say, hey, give me. Hold me.
It's the truth. They don't talk. And sometimes when you don't talk during the sexual intercourse, it does not kill the woman. When the woman is mourning, you talk, ask questions, you tell her, you call her sweet names and things like that. So, Pastor Shola, please, we're begging you.
Thank you.
Please talk to our men.
They will hear us, don't worry.
And the other thing I just want to mention, I just want to ask you, Sister Shehu, you talked about douching. Is it douching? They call it douching? Is it douching?
Yeah, douching, yes.
It's really good. Would it not kill the normal bacteria, you know, the good bacteria that protects the vagina? Will it not kill it? Because I heard a lady was saying use the toy and things like that.
No. And this is why I said the vagina is self-cleansing on its own. It cleanses on its own. The only time that I recommend it is actually after the periods. When you menstruate, after your menstruation, because what some women do, because it smells. Menstruation is dry blood, dirty blood, you know. So right after menstruation, just you can use, and that's why I said you can use the natural one, something natural from home, like the apple cider vinegar mixed with some water, and just use it to clean yourself one time. It's not something you want to be doing every time. You know, I don't.
Sister May, what Sister Shehu is saying is that the vagina is got vacuum cleaner.
Okay.
There is vacuum cleaner inside the vagina. It can clean itself.
It cleans itself naturally.
By itself. You don't have to worry yourself.
Okay then. All right then. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, God bless you.
Bye guys.
All right, let's go to Adelawa. How you doing, Adelawa?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Pastor Shola.
Never So can you tell me? Yes.
God bless you.
Oh,
God bless you, sir.
Over the pastor.
Amen.
Mo máa ń pè ní Babaro himself.
Yep.
Well done, man. God bless you. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm very opportune. I'm so happy I could talk with you this hour. Pastor Shola, God bless you, real good, sir.
Bless you too.
Like this very topic you are discussing, I'm not married, but you know, I've been reading a lot about marriage. I've been, you know, I write as well.
Okay.
So sometimes ago, there's this seminar I attended, and when it comes to sexual issues, are things that most pastors in Nigeria, they just want to dodge. They don't even want to mention it. So there's this seminar I attended, and I asked, sir, ma, 75 or 80% of Christian homes, they are suffering from these things. Their sexual life is a disaster. And pastors, they don't want to talk about it. I don't know why. Like me, I'm not married. I'm not living a promiscuous life. By the grace of God, I love to be romantic. I love to play my wife's here, play with my wife, play with her anywhere. You understand. But so in this seminar, for example, I asked the man. I said, in many Christians' home, romance is something that is lacking. And most of them, they go out, they pretend to be happy, and they are not. So I don't know what we can do. I don't know. That's why I always pray for Pastor Shola, and I really love him so much.
Yes.
God bless you. God bless you. Nice topic. I have really learned a lot. Thank you, sir.
Yay.
God bless you, my
bless
brother. All right. Okay. All
Thank
right, let's
you.
go to David. How you doing? Are you there?
David.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
I love it.
Nepa don't carry light.
Never no carry light. So
Na-
I'm in bedroom with my wife.
Correct.
So
You are in bed with your wife.
Correct. I like it.
I want to say thank you, Pastor Shola and
All right.
and Sheil. I was actually in the sitting room watching Netflix. When she called me, she said, "Darling, you come and see your pastor. Your pastor is all over." I said, "My pastor." I said, "Okay," because I've been following you for a long time, and anytime I talk to my wife, "Why can't you watch Pastor Shola?" She said, "No. Yeah, she doesn't want to do that." And tonight, when she called me, and I came upstairs and I saw Sheil, I was like, it seems her face is so familiar. Actually, we went to the same university, Lautech, greatest Ladokite.
What you got,
She was actually quiet when we were in school, but see her in action tonight. I said, "Wow."
Do you know the same thing with me? I was a quiet guy. My classmates in school, they saw me one time. They were like, is it true? You don't talk in school at all.
So I was actually the bad one. She studied chemical engineering. I studied civil engineering.
You know everything. Oh my God, who are you?
Yeah, you see, you will know. I want to thank you for this topic, because for my wife to call me to come and listen to you, you've done a great job.
Very.
I was really happy that you let her know that everything God created about woman is good. No, I was actually active back then. Now, because you tell her do this, do that. The Bible says, she said no. I just decided to lose interest. I said, "Well, do your things." But tonight, I will go back to gym to refire myself.
Please, yes.
It'll be good. That'll be good.
Because I really love Pastor Shola.
That'll be good. I love you too. I want you to prosper also.
Thank you for your job well done. God bless you.
Thank God. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in.
I want to say greatest Ladokite again.
Great Ladokite, yay!
All right, so I say hello, my family reunion.
Come practice.
Hello, the family reunion. All right, let's go straight to Ayodeji Owolabi. How you doing, sir?
That's my brother. Oh my God, what are you doing here? Hey, darling.
This is your brother?
That's my brother.
Hello.
My God.
Hello.
All right.
Here. How can we help you?
Yes, it's amazing to watch you guys in live. I just want to say congratulations to both of you, and I would love to come back and watch the part 2. Actually, it was my missus that told me to come and listen.
Come watch me, okay?
It's amazing.
All right. The part 2 is coming.
We have the even though we have the experience a little bit, it's good to know a little bit more, you know.
All right. Make me
great.
proud, brother. Make me proud.
Yeah, to make your relationship last longer, you know.
Yes, yes. Love you.
so-
Love you. Where's your wife? Where is she? Is she there? She's probably hiding. Okay. Bye.
Oh, yeah. How are you?
Hi.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
All right, let's go to Gloria Noza. How you doing, Gloria?
Hey, sis.
I knew you were going to break out this table today. You're doing wonderful. I am super, super proud of you. I have taken a lot of notes. I'm at work, but I took time. I took a lot of notes.
Correct.
About the tiger notes, sugar plum. Thank you. I am 55 years old, so I should be looking into those.
Yeah.
Actually, I called in because I find that most of the marriage issues would be eliminated if people look more, like a little deeper into who they marry, compatibility sexually. We all know that, you know, with sex, like men, a certain age, the sex drive begin to go down, and then I find people going for ladies who doesn't even know what sex is yet. We all know that females with age like 35, when they attain their sexual peak, 35 years old, 34, 30, and men begin to go down 50, you know, like 55.
No, not me. What are you talking about? That I'm going up. I'm going up. Biologically, I'm going up. For it, biologically, I'm going up. I'm going up. Scientifically, I'm going up.
Yes,
spiritually, I'm going up.
Yes, sir.
I'm not kidding. For real.
I agree with you, but that is not true for everybody. Because I have experienced it, and it is a major. I mean, this is serious stuff. Marriages broke up daily because of sexual issues, and it's sad. It is very sad. There are children involved, but the women at times have tears on the pillow each night. So we really need to fix. We need to fix this. So we should be looking at, who are we marrying? I mean, do they have that, like, at least comparable sex drive? You know, are they feeling you? You know, before we even go into, don't go into marriage and then trying to fix it. Can we just start? You know, like, start it right at the beginning. Is she hot? Is she gonna be freaky? Is it? You know, you just know. So we don't want to go into it with our eyes close and just be, you know, God gave us sex, you know, it's our enjoyment. It's not just to, you know, have kids, you know. I actually have a woman told me, oh, when she asks her husband for sex, I asked her for kids. You still there? I'm like, oh my, I mean, that is sad. That is sad. I'm just, you know, asking that people start right from the beginning. Know who you are marrying. Know what you know who they are. That's all. And then, Pastor Sir, you're the best. You are the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for working on this.
Thank you very much. God bless you, my sister Gloria Noza. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Pastor Shola, before you bring in the next person, I want to address that real quickly. Pastor Shola. Talking about sexual compatibility, it's going to be difficult to get that before marriage. Because, you know, religion is saying no sex before marriage. Sex and culture is saying if you talk about sex before marriage, you're spoiled, you're a bad child, bad kid. So it's going to be hard. Some people even want to know, should I be able to feel? I say, you know what? Flee from every appearance of evil, whatever, but you should be able to at least know the size of what you're working with. I know if your husband
how will you know the size?
Pastor Shola, you can do some, I don't know.
How do you know this? You want to go and giddy? You want to go and giddy the banana?
Pastors are watching me before they say I'm.
They are watching you. They are watching.
Let me. But yeah, it's going to be hard.
Before they remove me from the association of pastors.
Of pastors, no. Let's be careful. But you know what? This is all about education and the willingness to learn.
Yes.
We can both grow even when we get married.
Yes.
After you have the understanding.
Yes.
Like I said, I educated myself while I was in marriage. So it's all about education, and we need to keep educating people.
Yeah, for when you see a 50-year-old man, taking care of himself, the song is going to be singing is Sheko Wale, Sheko Durozoge, Sheko Wale, Kudurozoge, Sheko Wale, Kudurozoge. That's the song he will do. He will just be saying it's going to be on top 24/7. All right, let's go ahead and bring Olufemi Isaac. Olufemi Isaac, what's up? We are not hearing you. You have mute your line. Mute.
Hi. Hello. So I called my wife to come and listen to the program.
Are you guys sleeping on the bed?
We're laying down because we are enjoying it. We have to close the door for the kids so that they don't listen to us. So
I love it.
So I told my wife to come and listen to this, and one thing is very important. Your wife should be your best friend.
Yeah.
And communication is very, very important.
Yes.
Yeah. Once you are your best friend, your wife is your best friend, every other thing remains secondary.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be far more easier to communicate with each other. And
during sex.
It is very, very important. And I really enjoyed it.
Let your wife talk, Darren. Your wife wants to say something. Let us hear what to say.
It's good to communicate during sex, especially.
What do you communicate? What do you communicate? What do you say?
There's so many.
She prays for me. She prays for me.
No.
During the sex, I say, "Oh no, they go commission no."
I could just say something like, "Come on, give it to me, baby."
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're really enjoying it. Thank you so much. God bless you.
You're welcome.
I love this couple. All right, let's go and bring Joycey. Sister Joycey.
Hi, good evening.
How are you?
She's on mute.
You're mute. You mute your line. Oh, all right, let me help her out. Oh no, I can't do that. You're going to have to do it yourself.
Okay, she did it.
Yeah.
Done it.
Am I on now?
All right, you're on now.
You are.
All right, sorry. Let me put my glasses on. Sorry, because I'm looking like I can't really see anyone. Yes, I can see you now. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, Pastor Shola.
I'm good.
Hello, Seun.
Hi, good evening.
Thank you for coming. Thank you,
for coming.
Pastor
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I would say I'm a loyal follower. I've been watching Pastor Shola for a very long time now.
Wow.
Sometimes I'm just there in the background, just listening. And this evening, but sometimes I do watch with my husband as well. And sometimes he doesn't agree with what you say as a man. It's like, oh, what is it saying now? I'm like, listen to him. You haven't heard half of what he's saying yet. But this evening, he actually enjoyed the program. And he's like clapping for Seun all the way. He's like, tell her.
Why can't he tell us? Where is he? Why can't he come and tell us?
He's behind the camera. He's camera shy. He's just right behind the camera.
Now we are talking about sex. He's not agreeing. When we are talking about sex, he's agreeing.
It's always sex, Pastor Shola. Pastor Shola, I will definitely tell you one thing. You know, we have so many pastors from. Good evening. First and foremost, I will thank
camera shy.
I know, but I can see his hand.
Yeah.
I'm going to thank you for all what you've been saying. You know, at times we have differences in individual. I shouldn't agree with all what you say.
Of course, it's not supposed to be.
You understand? You know, that is life. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, for this evening, you know, when the topic came, I was listening on the background. She was going to use a earpiece. I said, no, I'm interested in this topic.
Correct.
I wasn't going to share with him. I was like,
because sex is a stimulant to a relationship to love.
I know, sir.
You know, once your sex life is dead, then that's why you have a lot of divorce. You know, in relationships. You understand?
Yeah.
You know,
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
Yeah.
Do you like to turn the light off when you're having sex?
No. I'm not shy of not at all.
Correct. He doesn't
No, you are not shy. You are not shy of that. Why are you shy of showing your face to us? I want to see you when I see you. That is the guy. Come on, man. You ran away. All right, let's go to Patrick. Hello, Patrick Bosele.
Hello, sir, Pastor Shola.
Man of God, how you doing, sir?
God bless you, sir.
Hope I've not offended the pastoral community.
Yeah, okay.
Hope you guys won't fire me later.
No, sir.
All right.
Oh my God.
I've always been saying, you're operating in your core competency. And God will continue to prosper you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
And I also pray for your host as well.
Yeah.
Seun, am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, I keep on telling people, marriage is like a product. You buy the same product with in a different package. So it depends on how you take care of your package. You understand?
Yes,
It's the same product. And what our sister has really done today, she has done a very good job.
Very good job.
Thank
We
God.
all need to be trained. We all need to humble ourselves. I'm going to go on the side of the women. Most men, it's because of their sexual orientation. And most churches don't treat this topic.
No.
I've learned a lot today despite my knowledge. I just counseled somebody a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to use whatever I've learned here to move forward with the counseling. I really appreciate you guys.
Thank God for that.
God will continue to bless you in Jesus. I don't have anything to add to it. But
God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
You guys have
Thank you,
really
sir.
done good.
Thank you, man of God.
Bless you, my brother.
Thank you.
All right, sir.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Now, let me bring Joycey back. Joycey and the husband are back right now. How are you doing?
Yeah, sorry, I think
let's go back. Let's go back to where we cut that face of the handsome guy. Yeah, the guy with the earring. The guy with the earring. Let's see his face again.
He doesn't have earring.
He doesn't. I saw him. Okay, let me see him.
Yeah, it must be his glasses. Must be his glasses. Yes. Anyway, the only thing I wanted to add on, Auntie Seun, for what you said this evening, is I think sex language as well. We mustn't leave all the talking to the bedroom, like things that I found working in my relationship is as when we speak about, we talk about like, I call it sex language. We can talk about it anywhere in the house, even the children are not aware. Like we just take things like ordinary things we say at home and just twist it and say it in a very romantic way. I don't know, maybe because of my language, but it's mostly my language we say it, because my language, you can actually take one thing and just twist it in different ways. And we say it in a very, like this evening, I wanted my husband to help me put the pole through my curtain. I made a curtain, I handmade a curtain. So he was trying to push it into the hole. And he said it in my language. So, and I said to him, the way we twisted it, and we were there in like 2 minutes, kind of like romancing the curtain between the two of us now. So yeah, he was like, should I put it in? I was like, do you mean put it in or push it in that sense? And we were looking at both into each other's eyes, and those few moments as well can kind of walk you towards the bed.
No wonder you guys are lying down on the bed.
That's why they're in bed.
Yeah, no wonder they're lying down on the bed. No wonder. Look at his face. No wonder. Is it the man? No wonder.
We always in bed, Pastor.
No wonder he's lying down.
I love it.
I love
Pastor Shona, please, when are you going to have that section of the Book of Solomon? I went through some
the Songs of Solomon. Yeah.
Yes.
What I want to do is
it's
I want to
romantic.
read it. I want to read it chapter by chapter, and then we can actually break it down, explain it to the people and stuff like that. So I will definitely bring that back by the grace of God.
It's quite sensual. It's quite sensual. I listened to one of your topic one day, and Oga happened to walk into the house after it. And I tell you, just reading it back to him, it was like another thing entirely. I discovered the Book of Solomon that day.
That's your husband.
I never knew this book is so sensual.
Your husband looked like me.
He walked into like a trap, because I used it on him when he came home.
Your husband looked like me. The guy looked exactly like me.
Bad boy.
Sorry, the guy, that guy is a bad boy. He's a very bad boy.
We love bad boys.
We do. Anyway, thank you so much, Pastor
Joyce. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Seun, for coming.
Thank you,
Thank you
Thank
for all
you so
your
much.
tips.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to my brother here quickly. What's that name again? RXLEX.
Pastor.
What's up? What's up?
Pastor.
Yeah. Irọ́ ni o. Máa yí lọ pẹ̀lẹ́ nǹkan síbi iṣẹ́ ni sá.
Mo ṣàpamọ́ láti sọ corrosion lecture.
It's a courageous.
Yes, sir. I'm doing well.
I'm one of your fans. You know, I listen to you so much. I'm your friend.
Thank you.
I'm not seeing you lately on Facebook, but I listen to you just like I follow Pastor Shola passionately.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Pastor Shola?
Yeah.
Ashina Bule Lale.
Gbàgbé. Ẹni tí àwọ̀ ṣé kó wálẹ̀ kó dúró sókè ṣé kó wálẹ̀ kó dúró sókè ṣé kó wálẹ̀ kó dúró sókè.
The kind of notes I'm taking, I'm still asking myself if my supervisor catch me.
What you're doing in the corner.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's awesome.
God bless
you. Amen. Thank you.
You guys have always been an inspiration. Pastor Shola.
Thank you so much.
They can't get there.
We thank God.
Lie.
All right, man. Thank you. All right, let's go to my brother Olumese David. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Yeah, what's up? Hello, Pastor Jola.
I'm
fine, thank you. How you doing? And hello, Seun Obajolu.
Thank you.
Yeah, just
doing
the program. I'm learning a lot as usual.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's an interesting one. I hope everybody is being informed and finding better ways to enjoy and spice up their sex life. Because sex is very important in marriage, and some of us were looking forward to making sure that we're doing it right and getting it right and meeting the needs of our partners. So I just want to say well done and thumbs up. We're learning and we're taking it in.
Awesome. Right. Thank you very much.
All right. Bless you, my brother, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Oh man, Seun.
Wow.
I'm not picking any call anymore. Now, the reason is this. Now, whenever we're talking about men, respect your wife. Men, provide for your wife. Men, stop beating your wife. And then say, can anybody call in? You won't see men calling. Now we are talking about banana business and licking the plate and all kinds of stuff. All the callers are all men.
Because it's important. It's very important, Pastor Shola.
We thank God for your life.
Important,
Thank you very much for coming, and we will definitely bring you back by the grace of God, because I believe we have so many other things to talk about. Not just only, this is going to be like sex 001, and we're going to go to 002.
That's right.
Eventually, we're going to actually teach people the act of lovemaking itself.
Yes. Yeah.
That they need to know. Somebody was talking about communicating during the sex talk. What should they say? How should they go about it? A lot of men just want to concentrate on themselves and just come and then forget about it and stuff. But I don't think women love that much. So we're going to go back and then we're going to talk about that next time I come. Can you give us your closing statement real quick?
Well, it's been a pleasure. Someone's mentioned that I was quiet in school, but I guess when you find your passion and you find your purpose, you brighten up. I want to say that sex is a very critical part of marriage. Yes, sex it's not everything in a marriage, because there are many other things that lead to it. I would like to end by saying, okay, there are some people who your sex life is not going okay because you have underlying issues. It's very important that we address the underlying issues and we're able to fix the sex life. Is it communication? Are you guys respecting each other? If you need to see a counselor, Pastor Shola will do an amazing job. Make an appointment with him. It's always said that Africans don't do counseling. That's in the past. Please address the underlying issues, and it will definitely trickle down to the sex life. Thank you so much. And yes, if you're watching, please follow me on Facebook. Go look for me. and we can keep this going also. But I'll be looking forward to come back, Pastor Shola. Thank you.
Yeah, we are going to bring you back. We have two people, two men. We have two men here.
They have questions?
That's the one looking at you, Osifo. Just looking at you like that.
Okay.
So what's up?
I have one question.
What's it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just one question though. It's kind of like funny. How do you deal with a shy person? Like when it comes to sex, she's just always shy,
Okay.
It's
not her fault. Again, many of us were raised from when we're younger to look at sex as something to be shy about. You can help her loosen up. How are you with her in the bedroom? Help her to loosen up. Give her a cup of wine. In the room, make her comfortable. Talk to her, and encourage her more. Don't rush it though. Don't try to get her to do everything one time. 1 week you can try, how does this feel, baby? Do you like it? Communicate with her. Text. You can help her. You can actually help her. Make her feel comfortable in the room. Don't make her feel shy. She will come out. Trust me. And there's a group on WhatsApp. Please, you can reach out to me and we'll add her on that group. You'll see. You'll be surprised what can happen.
That's it. That's the only way you can actually enjoy it. All right. Thank you very much. There she is. Are you the shy person?
He's lying. He's a lie.
He's lying. Okay.
He's like, why is he even saying I'm shy? Like, I'm not even shy. Oh my God.
Okay.
Let me tell you guys something.
We
When
wanna
I was
know.
pregnant for my baby, you need to ask him where we had the sex.
Maybe he's the one that is shy, right? He's the one that is shy.
He looks shy.
He's the one.
I took him for a birthday dinner, and after that I got drunk. We were just drinking. I was like, you know what? Let's go to this hotel because the casino had like a restaurant and a hotel. I'm like, you know what? Let's just like stop by. And I was the one that did all the whole work.
Let's get freaky. Let's get freaky.
I didn't say I don't know why he went.
He's the one. He looks shy. Maybe he wants help.
Osifo, you are an abusive man. This boy is abusive.
So my sister, you can help him. Help him draw him out of there. Draw him out of the shy.
Like,
So you are the shy one. It's okay. You are the shy one. We get it. All right. Thank you guys.
Okay, have a very beautiful day, everybody. Thank you. All right, Sister Shem, God bless you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank
we really enjoy you. We enjoy you so much. And we pray that the Lord God Almighty continue to be with you.
Amen.
In Jesus' name. For you guys who would like to follow Sister Seun, all you got to do is just to go and search for Seun Obajolu, Seun Obajolu on Facebook. And you can actually connect to our page and actually go there to watch her every time she, fantastic shows. I'm telling you. You can follow her on Instagram also. She got an Instagram page, Seun Obajolu also. Go there, search for it. You're going to enjoy yourself all through by the grace of God. So, Seun, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Pastor Shola. Thank you for everything you do, Pastor Shola. God bless you.
We thank God. All right. Okay, everybody, thank you very much. And I believe that you guys have enjoyed tonight. Stay blessed and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Ìbà f'Olúọ̀run, ìbà Elédùmarè, Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́. Ìbà f'Olúọ̀run, ìbà Elédùmarè, Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́. Ìbà f'Olúọ̀run, ìbà Elédùmarè, Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́. Ìbà f'Olúọ̀run, ìbà f'Elédùmarè. Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́. Kábíyèsí ẹni tó dá ayé, ẹni tó dá ọ̀run, ayérayé Elédùmarè o, alágbára nínú àwọn ọ̀run. Ọba tó ní kó wá, ìyẹn wá. Ọba tó ní kó lọ, ìyẹn á lọ. Arúgbó ọjọ́ Elédùmarè o, alágbára nínú àwọn ọ̀run. Ìbà f'Olúọ̀run, ìbà, ìbà f'Elédùmarè. Bàbá Jésù Kristi, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́. Ìbà f'Olúọ̀run, ìbà, ìbà f'Elédùmarè. Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́. Arúgbó ọjọ́ ẹni ayérayé, mo ṣe bàrẹ ọba mímọ́, bá mi ṣe Elédùmarè o, alágbára nínú àwọn ọ̀run. Ní ara mi kúrò lọ́dọ̀ rẹ, kò sóhun mo lè dá ṣe, àmọ́ mo lè ṣohun gbogbo nínú Kristi, ẹni tí fún mi lágbára. Arúgbó ọjọ́ ẹni mímọ́, ó tọ́jú mi láti inú ìyá mi wá. Mo ṣe bá lọ́dọ̀ Elédùmarè o, ràn mí lọ́wọ́ alágbára jùlọ. Àwọn tó bá dúró de Olúwa, wọ́n tún agbára wọn ṣe, wọ́n á fìyẹ́ gòkè bí idì, wọ́n sáré àárẹ̀ kò ní mú wọn. Ìbà f'Olúọ̀run, ìbà, ìbà f'Elédùmarè. Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mímọ́. Ìbà f'Olúọ̀run, ìbà, ìbà f'Elédùmarè. Bàbá Jésù, Ọlọ́run